woo, woo.
We got big Star Wars news today.
Oh, really?
Big announcements.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on StarWars.com and I'm checking out. Checking out all the Darth Vader, updates.
All the hot merch.
Yeah, there's thousands of Funko Pops. They're on sale.
Nobody wants these things.
No, this is literally a story under it's under the category gear.
Gear?
Nerd
Gear.
swag.
Nerd, shut up, bro.
Thousands of Funko Pops are buy one get one 50% off. Okay.
They can't. We can't get rid of these things. We've got so many. The landfill won't take them. We've already dumped it. We've already dumped 20 tons of them into the ocean.
You can't dump too many of them in one spot. There's a certain type of paint that they used that when it congeals underground, actually it starts kind of shedding a toxic gas.
Yeah. It starts. It's the final component in a nuclear reaction that makes any place where they're stored in mass, or dumped in mass, so to speak, unlivable for the next 200 years. So,
I think we could start maybe using them to build homes for the disenfranchised.
That's a good idea. Instead of
bricks.
bottles, instead of
Bob Castley said anything's a brick if you have enough of it.
Good old Bob.
Yeah.
Big Bobby C looking down on us from up top.
Papa?
The big man.
So some of the ones that are available: Star Wars Return of the Jedi 40th hologram Luke glow in the dark pop. Spider-Man Webman pop vinyl figure number 1560.
Dude,
Naruto. X-Men
I
Sentinel.
not to be rude about anybody, right? But I see it as an achievement that an indication of my good social circle that I don't know anybody that collects those fucking things.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm so happy that we've kind of just missed the boat on that. I used to know one person who collected them, but I don't know them anymore.
Who's on the boat? Who's on that boat?
I don't want to, call people out.
I don't want to. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to name names.
Name names and embarrass anyone.
I would imagine that there's people have good reasons for collecting them. It's just I guess it's as stupid as collecting Pokemon cards or something. But
no, it's way stupider. Way stupider.
Do Funko Pops go way up in value? Way up?
I think some of them do.
Some of them do. I know.
It depends.
I know, yeah.
They're big.
Some of them do.
People like them. So.
But I feel like I was reading some article of here's the most expensive Funko Pops, and it was the most expensive ones were only they weren't that expensive. They weren't
$17.50.
or here's the ones that have become the most rare. And it was I was very underwhelmed. I was oh, finally I'm about to find out why people, what the deal is.
Yeah, it's they're like Lego minifigures except bigger. And not as posable and way uglier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there's no environment for them to be situated in. So they're just pretty much pointless and terrible.
Well, and you're not even supposed to open them, right? So people that collect them, they just leave them in the box.
Yeah, and they're the spindly little bodies, and you really only see the head. I feel all the attention's on the head, and the heads are so generic looking, they all kind of look the same. Yeah, right. It's the exact. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not my aesthetic.
Ain't my cup of tea.
I guess if there was a time to get in on them, I guess now would be the time.
Now's the time. 50% off. Well, at least on Star Wars ones.
Do you want the Disney skeleton Goofy glow in the dark pop Funko vinyl pop funk figure?
No. No, I don't.
My Hero Academia. Oh my god.
It's okay. You know who the real winner is? The guy who fucking invented those things.
Dude, did someone invent them, or did they just sort of appear one day?
Well, I feel like somebody
like an alien invasion.
I feel like somebody had to have come up with it. It's a good idea if you just want to make money from like properties. It's like, yeah, like we'll get it. We'll make it so any property can put their thing on it, and then we'll just get a little cut or whatever. So
genius. Yeah, they did a similar thing with the duck song. This one brand, I can't even remember. Some brand, they made some Funko Pop kind of similar adjacent type thing for the duck song, and those things sold out like day one. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
imagine if they got their hands, if Funko got their hands on the duck. I mean,
right,
it'd be over.
Well,
we'd all be swimming in money.
A wrap.
Where's our duck Funko? It's time.
Right. Where's the Funko Pop?
It's past time.
Right.
Jesus.
You need to. Someone needs to get it. Get the duck in their ear. You know what I'm saying?
When are you gonna quit that 9 to 5 years and just come be my business manager, Mason? I need someone on the ground floor, lobbying, getting the duck out there.
Well, yeah, like
I'll cut you in.
We want the duck. We want the duck.
People are hungry for the duck. They want
these motherfuckers. Literally, people are when that duck Funko Pop knockoff, whatever thing released, people were beating down the windows of the stores. It was somebody died in the stampede.
Sacrifices have to be made.
right. It's like how far will we go to get the duck out there? Oh, you don't even know how far we'll go.
Right. I mean, what's one life?
I'll burn this city to the fucking
to
ground.
An empire. In other Star Wars news, Mark Hamill lends his iconic Luke Skywalker voice to Ukrainian air raid alert. Downloadable app alerts Ukrainians of possible incoming Russian missile strikes.
Shut the
and
fuck
exploding
up.
drones.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
He's bringing his iconic voice to Air Alert, linked to Ukraine's air defense system that sounds raid sirens. Attention, air raid alert, Hamill's voice says. Proceed to the nearest shelter. He uses well-known Star Wars quotes. Don't be careless. Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Shut the fuck up. That's cool.
He said, what does he also call Putin personally and just bitch him out?
Right. You fucking dunce.
I would love I would love if Mark Hamill just went to Ukraine.
That'd be good.
In his full outfit and just stood down the First Order.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or more what we really need is Frodo to find Putin's one ring and then cast it into the fiery pit of Mount Doom. Because people call
Putin has one of those.
Well,
we're fucked. If he's got one of those.
I'm seeing I think he's searching for it in the Ukraine. So it's the only thing that makes sense. Right.
It's like these nerds they can't comprehend modern particics without it somehow being linked to Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
Only then will there be any kind of action taken.
Only only then will we support the Ukraine as they deserve to be supported. No, I mean Putin searching for the ring in in Ukraine is the only thing I can think of, really. I mean, and the thing is too
what else is there?
What made me think of that is that oftentimes I see people referring to the Russian soldiers as orcs. That's
they're kind of orcish.
Thing. Yeah, right. Worse than orcs. I mean, I didn't see an orc fucking rape anybody or anything. So really, they're worse.
Yeah,
orcs just kill you. They don't. They're not
they don't show the rape.
They're not. Orcs aren't sexually motivated.
You don't know that.
I mean, based on all the evidence,
just because they don't show it in the film, just because I think it was alluded to pretty heavily.
Well, the books too. I'm talking about the whole.
Whenever they're about to get rapey, they cut away.
Oh no. Well, that's I don't know. I think I'll give that 50-50.
Yeah, think about it. Consider it.
Man, I can't believe that Avatar 2: The Way of Water is still it's floating around out there.
It's still out there.
I think that this would be a great opportunity to for them to launch a movie into space and then nobody ever see it again ever.
Just delete it.
Delete it. No,
I don't think they even make Blu-rays anymore.
Drop it.
It doesn't exist anywhere technically.
Drop it to the bottom of the Marina Trench.
No, James would just go down there and pull it back up.
Well,
again.
I want him to go and leave it there. That way, he knows where it is.
He would never. We're gonna have to pry it out of his cold, dead hands. He's been working on that thing for 8 years.
Dude, he's not gonna die. He's just gonna become Davy Jones.
He's gonna become he's gonna be a Scooby-Doo villain pretty soon.
With a skeleton, a crew, a crew of misbegotten
mocap engineers,
film a misbegotten film production team. They've been consigned to Jamie C's locker. For all of eternity, you'll make Avatar.
Oh my god! Yes, that's actually ready. Sick. I love that.
I'd rather burn in hell, but this is the lot we've been given.
I'll be his first mate. I'll go down there with them.
Right.
Sounds like fun.
Perfect.
Sounds like a good time.
Perfect.
He really, he doesn't ask you to do anything he wouldn't do himself.
That's true. Yeah, the man's insane.
Yeah.
The man's insane.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool if while they're shooting Avatar 3, someone poisons the food or whatever and the whole crew just dies. And then they come back as a haunted film set, they're just ghosts now, still making Avatar 3 for eternity.
Oh shit.
That would be sick. And yeah, if it was somehow
I can't wait.
If their corpses were never found, like they got sunk or something, and they're lost at sea, that'd be like a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of crossover event too, potentially.
Right. Bring it into the modern day.
Last week we raised some pretty murky questions from the deep, and I think this week we're going to attempt to answer them.
We'll dredge up those those denizens of the deep, those questions of ours.
Yeah,
they'll see the light of day. But what happens to deep sea fish when you bring them up to the surface?
They bloat.
They their tissue can't handle the lack of pressure.
Right.
So, we'll see if that the same thing happens to our happens to all those questions.
This movie's like a beached whale.
Avatar 2: The Way of Water is kind of like an alien whale that you see for about 5 minutes and then watch get horribly murdered with its child.
Yeah, that was sad.
It was sad, but undeservedly so. It was just this has nothing to do with the movie or how good or bad it is. This is just showing me something that will make me feel sad.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
cheap.
I mean? It's so cheap. It was the cheapest fucking shit.
The first movie is cheap too, but it was more directly related to the Na'vi.
Right.
And yeah, it was it was an inevitable kind of they blow up, the tree or whatever, sad. But this time, they're just targeting helpless animals. It's like
a super whale. It's like a super whale, right? Because the thing is you feel bad for whales anyway, right? But this whale is literally a composer of music. Is old as the hills, wise as the sea.
There was a line where they mentioned the whales can do math.
Yeah. No, those whales are like
What?
genius level intellects apparently. So,
So
not only was
because they can do
it
math,
murdered,
like I should care about them more now. Is that the
right.
implication?
I guess because they have like they actually have like language and society and like
They
it's
don't
like
though. They're
Well, they
whales.
they no, but they're not. They're Toluk or whatever.
They don't have society. They just flop around in the water.
But these aren't whales, Forrest. You're forgetting. These are super whales.
I guess that's the next movie. We never really saw their like underwater village.
Well, no, they
play
don't have like
video
they don't have like a village, but they have like society, but they like they're in like harmony with like the Na'vi, right? So that's
how do they do math? They just have flippers. Like, do they do it all in their head?
They're geniuses, bro. That's what I'm saying. They're geniuses.
If they're all geniuses, are they really genius at that point? Then they're just average.
Well, compared to
a human,
a human or a Na'vi,
they're all like
that was
Albert
the impression,
Einsteins down there.
That was the impression that I got. Well, and the thing is, the one that they killed was like a master like
he was
composer.
like the Oppenheimer of
right. Well, wait, Oppenheimer. No, the Beethoven. The Beethoven.
Oppenheimer was the most important person who ever lived. Mason, didn't you hear about Christopher Nolan's recent interview?
Oh. The most important person that
he's like Oppenheimer is the most important person to who ever lived. Like it or not, we're living in his world or some shit. And then someone on Twitter was like, Jesus Christ is the most important person who ever lived.
Well, that's like that's not like that. It's not. It's like yeah. It's okay. All right.
I love a triggered Christian. They're the best.
But he wasn't really like a person though. Like he was like a incarnated like God or whatever according to their thing. So like how
he wasn't he wasn't even a person. He was just a collection of meat and brain fibers. Yeah, he was just so smart. There was no man inside. It was just all, he was like basically a walking supercomputer.
Who are you talking about? Did you talk about Jesus?
No, Oppenheimer.
Oh, Oppenheimer. I was like
I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah, the movie will be good.
It's gonna blow up the box office.
Which one should we? Oh fuck! Which one should we see first though? Barbie or Oppenheimer? They come out like at the same weekend, don't they?
They did. I think they moved.
Oh, they moved it.
I think one of them moved. One of them got scared and decided to move. Forgot which one. Yeah. Barbie is the most important person to have ever lived.
Man, July 21st. That'll be the day. Huh, music composed by Ludwig, huh?
Oh, that's the day of my hysterectomy.
Gotta get that uterus out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting that Ludwig Göransson is doing the music. Yeah, he got his start with Childish Gambino.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was big with Childish for a hot minute.
Yeah, they used to fuck.
But now he does cool stuff like the Mandalorian music.
Oh yeah, Star Wars news. Hold on a second.
It never ends, really.
Yeah, no, it's constant. There's always a flow of
every time. Kathleen.
We've got some rumors.
Let's just say Kathleen Kennedy flushes that toilet every day.
Kathleen Kennedy, every morning she takes a seat on her gold encrusted toilet.
Yeah.
Drops a fat steamer.
It's actually
pulls out her phone, snaps a quick pic of it, sends it to all the producers, and she's like, "Make that."
I heard that Kathleen Kennedy's toilet is actually 3 interns that are have arranged their bodies just so that she has somewhere comfortable to, seat herself.
Right. I mean, as is her right.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
She's worked hard to get to where she's today. And
something else I heard. This is a wild.
This is another rumor.
So this is another wild rumor, but I heard that part of the deal for Disney to get Star Wars was that Jorge actually wanted to be the toilet every Wednesday. Like that was his for Kathleen.
Don't put George in that light.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jorge. He's the one that made the request. I'm just telling, I'm just telling everybody.
He's too busy with his museum. He's building a museum in L.A.
Oh, cool.
It's gonna be chill. It's the George Lucas Museum of Film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what we need, another museum.
Yeah, we need it. So did you hear about this rumor? Damon Lindelof's script rumored to have focused on an elderly Rey.
What?
An elderly Rey. They're gonna put her in some old age makeup, and they're gonna digitally age her up. She's gonna be like an old, like 70-year-old Jedi flipping around.
No.
With her yellow lightsaber.
No. Don't do it.
She's back. Rey Skywalker is back.
Don't do it.
She said,
please.
She said, I'm looking forward to. What is the quote? I'm
doing
looking
a role
forward
play.
to cashing this check and depositing the money into my bank account.
I'm doing a role play. Look, hold on, I'm role playing.
Okay, let me see.
Don't do it. Help, George.
Who's that?
Oh, it's the last shred of the dignity that the Star Wars franchise had.
Oh man, no, it's Star Wars is stronger than ever. What are you talking about? There's news every second. Darth Vader, Mason. He's got a red lightsaber. Have you seen it? Have you seen his red lightsaber?
Yeah, it makes me. Yeah, Darth makes me feel just so horny in my pants.
They have his voice AI'd, so they can use it forever. He's always going to be around. Don't worry. He's here. He's here to stay. Mark Hamill is here as well. He's doing his voice.
Man,
Ukrainian raid alarms.
Speaking of Star Wars news, damn, that poor Star Wars game that just came out.
Oh, it's really buggy, right?
Yeah, especially on PC or whatever. Shame.
Have you played it?
No. I think, I don't know, unless it's a game that I'm like really like, oh, like this game or whatever. Like I'm not, I don't know. Buying games like when they come out, it's just like you're just like paying to be their beta testers. Basically.
I know. Yeah, they don't even release finished games anymore, and they're like $80, like right off the bat. You're like, I'll probably wait a few weeks until this is like cheaper and actually works.
If you wait literally like a couple months, it'll be like on sale for like like $50. If you wait a year,
right,
it's basically free. They get like you wait a year, you wait a fucking
just wait,
year,
just be patient.
and they will give it to you. Like,
what's the rush?
Please
slow down,
play
city
this.
boy.
Right. No, literally. Yeah, it's unfortunate. No, I haven't played it. It looked good. I didn't finish the first one. I think
I finished it. It was good. Like, I enjoyed the first one.
The first one was it was okay. I wasn't super compelled by the character, and I don't like that guy as
really
a Jedi like lead. I don't know. He's okay and stuff. He's good
because he's ginger.
He's not just okay and stuff. He's good and stuff. It's just this role. I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of a snack.
Yeah, right. He is. He's sexy. There's no doubt about that. I just I don't know. For some reason like that, he didn't really gel with me like in that role specifically.
He was my favorite part. I just didn't really like all the other characters.
The other characters are pretty throwaway.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they should be doing with like a movie. Like they should just come up with like new characters in the Star Wars universe, like him, and just like make a. Like I feel like it would have worked better as a live action movie, honestly. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're leading up to. one day.
So.
Eventually, Kathleen's got a plan. Trust in Kathleen.
The esteemed Mrs. Kennedy.
The shade of her dump is like what determines which project comes out next.
Right,
it's all color coded.
Yeah, like it's. You know how people like tell the future with like the entrails of like a freshly slain like rat or something.
Right. Yeah.
Same.
Right. Like
Same
black
deal
magic
with
type shit.
Right. Same deal with Kathleen's bowel movements. Her.
And instead of tea leaves, it's
she leaves.
Feces smears.
Instead of tea leaves, they look at what she leaves.
Okay.
Man, nothing like a hearty conversation about Kathleen Kennedy's latest excretion.
Well, I mean, everything's being scrutinized to the nth degree at this point. I feel like her bowel movements are next. They're next on the chopping block.
Yeah.
What do they mean?
It's unfortunate because her bowel movements it usually end up with titles and in like a theater, and then you're expected to go and see it. It's like this is really strange to pay to watch a middle-aged lady's dump, but I'm here for it.
That's kind of you to call her middle-aged.
Is she older than that?
She's deep into her 70s, I believe.
What? Really? Why is she in charge of anything?
She's been producing. She's been there since the beginning, dude. Not Catherine Waterstone, Kathleen Kennedy. Not Kathleen Turner.
She's 69.
69. Looking fine.
She is literally older than Mackenzie's dad.
Yeah, she's been around the block, dude. And the thing is, she's had to put up with men, telling her what to do in the industry her whole career, and now it's her time to fucking play.
Now it's her time to fuck everybody over, right?
Yeah. Now it's her time in the sandbox, bitch.
Man, I'm glad that
box office receipts be damned.
I'm glad that I don't really care about Star Wars.
I know. Yeah, can you imagine still caring about Star Wars?
That'd be rough, man. That'd be rough stuff. That'd be, man. But I mean, there are people who like the stuff that's coming out. At least some of it, like Lewis, for example, who Mackenzie's cousin's husband, who I also work with. He likes the stuff, but he just kind of has fun with the surface level of it, and his brain's not broken.
Good.
Like ours is.
I love to hear that. Yeah, I mean, there's still cool Lego sets that come out within each movie and stuff. So
I
can appreciate that. There's good things.
That's something. That's
some new Funkos on the horizon.
I don't even like to talk to him about it because the Star Wars stuff, because I don't want to steal his joy. I don't want to. You don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be a joy snatcher.
I don't want to be a joy stealer.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that I can't enjoy trash.
Yeah, it's can we change the topic? Can we talk about something else?
Can we talk about something that I won't do my best to ruin for you?
Yeah, right. let me break down every reason why you're wrong and why you should be miserable
why. Well, let me break down every reason why this movie shouldn't make you happy. Dumbass.
Man, I almost popped on Avatar 2 before the podcast, but I got too busy. I got too caught up hanging out with my family, and
it happens.
Yeah, and I was gonna give it a little fresh rewatch to kind of finish up our discussion, but there's just so much to it. I feel like we're gonna have to bring it into the next episode. Right.
I think we should do maybe we should just do a quarterly review.
Yeah,
every 3 months, the state of the
review.
every couple times a year. So, Avatar 2.
Yeah, because it does seem like a movie that I can kind of kick on and let it ride, for a few minutes a day.
That shit rides.
Yeah, and just
that shit rides.
Kind of, because every scene there's something weird that goes on. You're like, what?
Yeah, no, exactly. Every scene, there's a questionable choice that was made. And it's wait.
And it's so long. And it doesn't need to be. The plot is like a 30-minute, 20-minute like episode, TV episode plot.
I know, dude. I know. Yeah, dude.
It's like, what's going on? Like, am I having is my brain like malfunctioning?
It's bizarre. It's like, it's so bizarre because it's like you watch it and you think about like what happened and you're like, why did that take 3 hours?
Yeah, you're just really like living there with them.
It doesn't really feel like it was 3 hours.
I don't know. I've never watched it all in one sitting.
Me either. I watched it in 2 separate sittings.
I watched it in like 8 different sittings.
It's man, can you I was disappointed that I didn't see it in the theater, but after I actually watched it, I thank God every day for that.
Yeah. No, I think we made the right choice.
I wake up, I hear for the call to prayer. I listen for it, ringing out from the the halls of Mecca, and once the the sound waves enter my ear canal, then I give my thanks, and it's time, and it's I appreciate it. I appreciate that they I was saved from that.
Yeah, I just feel like it would have been boring like in the theater. Like thankfully I was able to break it up a little bit, but even some of the action was like kind of incompetently directed. Like I was watching the scene with like all the boats at the end, and there's like a few shots where the boats crash and explode, and they just looked really fake. Like they looked like a video game, and it's like there's so much focus put onto the Navi and stuff, and like I guess the environments, that when it comes to like a boat crashing, like they just didn't give a fuck about the animation because it just looked like jank. Like the physics didn't look right, and it just looked like a
yeah. And I will also say that I kind of really felt like it was hard to follow the action, like not just the quality of the effects, but like the way that it was like cut together is like I don't know. There's this thing with movies now where like they it's been a thing and whatever, but it's like it was like really bad with like the shaky cam stuff, where it's like they don't like, it's like they just don't like let you see the action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I want to see it.
I think they do the shaky cam stuff to make you feel more immersed, but it kind of does the exact opposite.
Right. It was like shaky cam, up until that movie Safe House with Ryan Reynolds, like I could kind of handle it.
Yeah, it was a cool new thing to do back then.
Wasn't super grating, but man, you sit somebody in a fucking in the front of a theater watching Safe House. My God,
that was the worst theatrical experience we've ever had.
I walked out of there fucking feeling like Michael J. Fox, bro.
Were you tweaking?
I was just like because the thing is you're in like the screen is like bang, boom, and like the whole movie is like super fucking tied in on all this shit, and it's just like shh, like oh my gosh, like oh.
I'm at this random part of Avatar. I just went to the movie because I bought it on YouTube.
Oh, good.
And I just clicked like a random part, like an hour.
Isn't it funny how Jimmy C like gets the last laugh? Because like we bought it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Like it actually made like $2 billion. Like no one thought it was going to be like that successful. It actually like totally crushed, and he always wins. He's got some sort of like good luck charm, or I don't know. See, he made some sort of deal.
He made some deal with the devil of the deep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Why do you think he went all the way down to the trench?
Right. He was trying to find something,
and he found it.
I just went to this random part, and like 4 or 5 Navi are sitting around like in a circle, like deep breathing. And the camera's just like spinning around them, and they're talking about like, they're talking about like how to breathe underwater better.
Yeah. Which is like, oh my God, don't even get me started on that. Because it's like first when they get to the water area, like they can't breathe underwater. Like obviously, like the other ones can, they can't breathe, like they can't hold their breath for as long as the other ones can. But then like,
right.
And it's like, oh, this is a problem. But then like the movie just keeps going, and then like eventually like they're able to just stay under there like indefinitely. Like, what was up with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, it's good to learn new skills. I mean, I'm not knocking them for trying out new things, but you know, I think, you know, it's just a little bit too much water, a little too much wetness. Personally,
That's true.
You know,
I would agree.
If I was a Navi, I would kind of I like the floating islands. I like the grass and the rocks, and I don't want to be wet all the time.
Right,
constantly.
Right.
I mean,
right.
a good splash every now and then for sure.
Sure.
But to live in the water like some sort of amphibious creature.
Well, it's the way
me.
of the water. It's the way of the water.
I know. If we learned anything throughout this film, it's that it's the way of the water.
It's the way of the water, right? Yeah,
and that white guys should never ever have dreads.
Yeah, definitely.
Ever.
That was
never a good look.
That was a horrible decision. Whoever made that decision with that character just existing in the first place, they need to be fired from life.
I kind of like that character in a sense, because he wants to be a Navi. He's like a white guy who, you know, really wants to be black kind of thing.
That's fair.
So I related to that in a sense. I've always wanted to be a black man, you know, but
I can get,
you know.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. You know, have just well, you
white.
know, well, yeah. Then we'd actually be cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be cool because
right.
black people, like, not all of them, you know, obviously, but a lot of them are really cool. Just the way they talk, the way they say things.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type, you know.
Right. And I think James was trying to kind of capture the black vibe for the Navi, but he's white, so he
well, I think it was really more. I think these were like the Samoan vibe.
This is more like the Hawaiian Navi. Yeah, you're right. It's the Navi could have just, I don't know, they needed to be cooler. They're all kind of just like dorks.
They are, you know. And it's just like where, like, okay, so back to the character, right? What's his name? Spider. Like,
oh yeah, that guy.
Conceptually, okay, sounds like it'd be an interesting character, but like the way it was executed was terrible. He looked ridiculous. The character, like the person who was playing him, I did not believe.
I like the guy who's playing him, but like, yeah, he looked absurd. Like, put on some pants.
He was just
Jesus.
way too incongruous. Like next to the Navi, next to like all the special effect Navi, like he just looked too incongruous. It looked like, oh, here's somebody who has like been dressed up to look like Tarzan Jr. next to these like super high production value like CGI characters, like who looked good,
right?
You know?
And the thing about what's his name?
Spider. I guess
Spider. Yeah. The thing about Spider is that he was 100% generated by a computer as well. You just didn't know.
I just didn't know. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so good.
And now you know.
That actor does not exist. That was James doing the mocap for him.
Man, yeah. And then it's like, okay, so you're James Sully or whatever, right?
James P. Sullivan. The Monsters Inc. guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. What's the character's name?
Jake Sully.
Jake. Yeah. Jake Sully. Jake Sully. Yeah. Jake Sully. Jake Sully. So, the thing is, right? Like, okay, let's just imagine that you're Jake Sully. Like, okay, the humans leave, and then you, what? Just like, fuck? Like you just like have kids, like, and you don't like get ready for them to come back?
Well,
it's like they were totally.
I think they always knew they were going to come back.
Right, but it's like, why aren't you, if you think they're going to come back, why aren't you like organizing the planet against them?
Yeah.
Like,
I think more steps could have been taken for sure.
Why aren't you like setting up the Navi so like, why aren't you like, creating some kind of like situation where it's going to be like hard for them to come back? It's like, I don't know. Not that it would have mattered if they had done anything, right? Because the humans came with like way bigger machines, like way more stuff. Not that it would have mattered, but it's like I just didn't get the impression that he was prepared for them to come back at all. At all.
No, he kind of just seemed like they came back and he was like, "Oh, like we got to get our shit together now.
Oh, got to deal with this again." Like
it would have been cooler if he had like traps set up or like something more like at play. More of a ace up his sleeve, something or other.
Yeah. Something that made him seem competent, but then it's like, like they just brought overbearing force to. Overpowering force to bear, and like it just like, blew through his like defenses, or like the stuff that he was, it's just he felt really incompetent and like he hadn't been preparing while they were gone. So it's like, yeah, sure, they're rebelling now that they're here, they've got their base or whatever. But like what about before that? And like, are you not like coordinating the entire planet worth of Na'vi?
What I probably would have done if I was Jake Sully, I probably would have taken my wife and my kids to Earth or something and like tried to like, enlighten people on Earth about like the perils that we face.
Well, yeah, but she wouldn't like
that would have been like cool to see like Earth and how fucked up it was.
Yeah, but it doesn't. That
might not have been like a good like movie for like an action movie or something, but like legitimately, if you're trying to like
that would be cool to see.
If you're trying to like actually like stop like racism and like genocide and stuff, you have to like get your face in front of the people. That's what happened. Like like with Martin Luther King and stuff. Like black people who fight back, they can be put on TV and say, "Look at these violent black people" or whatever. And then white people will be like, "Oh yeah, they're criminals. They need to be stopped." But if you get footage of police officers just like hosing down like innocent black people who are just doing nothing, just sitting there, you can most people can instantly empathize with that image and be like, "Oh, why are we doing this? Like, why is our society so fucked up?" There has to be something other than just shoot the bad guy to actually make a change. They're not going to be able to like stand up. They're not going to be able to create the industry to stand up militarily to this aggressor. They have to think a little smarter and a little bit ahead to prevent this from continuing to happen after they're gone.
Well,
but that's not as interesting of a story, I guess.
I think the whole thing is like how, like if when the Na'vi work together with nature and they fight back, then they win.
But they're not doing a good job.
Right. No, it's terrible.
The humans have unlimited firepower and resources. They could just nuke the whole planet if they wanted to.
Yeah.
What do the Na'vi have? They have a bunch of whales? Like, good luck with that.
One thing that I'm really confused about, right, is like, okay, so the humans were here. They fucked over the forest. Yeah. They sent everybody
all home.
They sent them all home except for the scientists that wanted to stay that weren't assholes.
Right, and then it took them like a long ass time to
like 15 years or whatever the time is, however long. Here's what I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
So the humans were there. They fucked the forest. They burned down the biggest tree that everybody lived in, right? Like they were just rolled the Na'vi, right? Why is it then that when they go to this other tribe of Na'vi that they're not like, "Oh shit, yeah, the humans, like they're gonna come here too"? Like
we should do something about that.
It's like they're like they're like, "Oh, they're not gonna come here" or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's their fight. Yeah, they were like that. That's like a separate fight, or
right?
Whatever.
Like what? No? That was like the goofiest shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't like. Oh, what? Just because you're in the water, I guess, and they're on the land, but like. Obviously, they're in the water too. They're killing the.
Yeah, guess what? They have boats.
Right, and they knew it's
and guns.
What's also weird is the thing is they knew like. So in the movie, right, the Quaritch is like, "Oh yeah, let's go and kill the Taluk, or I can't remember what the fucking whales are called, but let's go and kill the whale."
I'll get you an action figure. I'll have one Amazon to your house.
Oh, perfect.
So you don't forget.
Just what I need. Just what I need around here. A reminder of that horrible, fucking emotional abuse. I mean, that was really.
I'm watching the scene Yeah, I'm watching the scene where the whale gets the payback, and he comes up on the boat and crushes a bunch of those guys.
That's good. And he takes the guy's arm off.
Yeah. There's like the Francis Ford Coppola looking guy.
Right.
He's got the big harpoon. I hated that guy.
The rocket harpoon. Yeah. He was horrible. He did a good job with his. He really played his role like well. Like
I didn't like his face. I didn't understand his like the point of his character. Like, isn't that already the character that Quaritch plays? Like, why is there another?
No. This guy is the new. This guy's the new like little mean white guy that's after the resource.
So is he going to be a Navi in the next movie too? Like, what's the?
Yeah,
where's this going?
What's going on,
Jim?
With that? I thought.
Can I just ask, where is this going? Before I commit any further to this universe, what's happening here?
The role in general, questionable. But I thought that the guy, that was one character I was like, okay, like I fucking hate this guy, like, and this is like he's hitting that guy hit the notes, like of like that his character was supposed to hit, given the fact that it existed, not that
he's
I think
like fat
existed. Yeah. He's like all about just like killing these whales and like scooping out their brain juice. Like, you're an ass.
Yeah, you're a fucking tool.
So
yeah, I just it's so like upsetting to me how like the villains are portrayed so like cartoonishly evil. There's no like nuance at all.
Except with a little bit with Quaritch.
Yeah, that was the stuff I actually had the most interest in. Like, so at least, yeah, I guess they did something interesting with Quaritch.
But it's not enough. It's not enough to make you. It
wasn't 3 hours enough.
It's a little something, but it's not enough to make you feel like there was a balance in any way, right? With the motivation of the people.
That was pretty much the only time I ever felt anything, because like I really didn't connect with like Jake and his family at all. Like they were so like NPC, like basic, like everything they said to each other.
They really was
just so simple. Like, oh, like you're my son, I love you. Like, I don't want you to die. You need to protect your mother. We are a family.
Right. Like
it's like, okay, yeah. Like we need to take down these guys. You guys be safe. Okay. Listen to your father.
Like. Yeah, the
like
thing
shit
is,
like that.
They really were banking on the fact that like we had any kind of attachment to their family unit. Like the whole pretty much the entire emotional impact of the movie was, except for that like cheap whale bait, was like
cheap whale bait
was like no, this is the bait buffet after all. No, yeah. So so we know bait. The entire emotional impact that the movie was designed to have, other than the cheap whale bait, was like the stuff with his family. Like, you're worried about his family, his kid dies. Like, but the thing is, they didn't give us enough time to like know them before like the entire movie started happening, with like them just like and them making terrible decisions with that stuff too. You know
Mason,
like,
they let us know. They let us know who the characters were. There's the older one. There's the younger one, the two brothers.
Right.
And the older one, he has the hots for a girl in the other village.
That's right.
That's a sort of forbidden love.
And the younger boy, he talks to whales that he's not supposed to.
And there's like 4 other kids too.
Then there's like the Immaculate Conception birth of Sigourney Weaver, and then there's their daughter too, who is like it's just like,
and we never figured out exactly who fucked Sigourney Weaver's Navi's corpse to produce that.
I'm pretty sure that I felt more connected to the family in Meet the Millers.
Yeah,
than I did to this fucking family.
That's a decent comedy.
Right. So like, why? How can Meet
very
the Millers,
watchable?
Right.
Funny in parts, even.
Like, entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
by the end of it, you feel like they've grown and they've connected and.
Right.
I didn't really get that sense from Avatar 2. I mean, I got the sense that I was being emotionally baited,
abused even.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we'll kill off the kid. Oh, he lost his son. Now he's sad that his son died.
It was such a like nothing death too. It was like, oh yeah, he caught a stray bullet, like one of the 2,000 that we've seen flying around so far in this movie.
Yeah, right. Like, how about he does something like cooler to die or something?
You know what was really weird too? Yeah, no, right. It was like, how about he gets like shot where you can see it? You know, I hate that. I hate that shit where it's like, you know, the scene happens or whatever, and like, you know, they like move out of the way like as the bullets come or whatever, and then like, you know, the next, you know, cut to, you know, like the pool of red like growing on like the shirt or whatever. Oh no.
Yeah, dude, that's so old. Yeah,
it's like,
so
come on, okay, like, like, no, show me what happened. Like, show me him, like, show him taking the bullet.
They got to have the moment where they feel like they got away, and everyone's like, "Oh, we got away," and then cut
Here
to,
we go, guys.
Oh, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
You're gonna live.
Go get help.
Like, I'm dead.
Call 911. Mason. No, Mason. Come
on.
All right.
Like, get real.
And scene.
Get real with what I want to see, okay? Come on.
That was shit.
Dude, it was.
And then they cut back to like a little flashback with him training his son how to fish. That kind of got me. I was like, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, that's sad, but like, why not show us that before? Like, why not show us some scenes like that?
They should have shown that before. You're so right. Like that's the kind of shit I want to see.
It's like, don't show me that after he's dead. I already don't care. Like, as much as I would if you had shown me a bunch of scenes like this before the humans showed up. Like, here's the thing. It should have been nice and cool and peaceful, and then the humans showed up. Like, it should have been nice and cool and peaceful, and they're doing their own thing, and like you can see their family dynamic, and then the humans show up, and it's like, oh shit. But they didn't do that. They didn't have that time before things went to shit. It was like, oh, the movie starts and things are immediately going to shit. Like, there was no, you know what I'm saying?
Like he couldn't help himself to like get into the action like really quick, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. James said,
what's
the
next
rolling.
movie? Like where are the characters going?
Where does it go now?
Like
where does it go
is he gonna get like, is he pissed? Is Jake Sully gonna be like super badass and like hardened after the death of his son? And then he learns that and then he realizes he's going too far. Like where's his like character arc?
That would be cool. I would like that, but I don't think that's gonna. I think it's gonna be like he's like gonna just be like more determined.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like more like
vaguely more
like,
determined.
More like exactly. Because that's what he was in this movie too. You know what I'm saying? It was like he's just like vaguely a little like more determined. But the thing is, you don't really get a sense of like what's going on with him because you don't spend any time with him.
No, it's like he's not even a main character, kind of, like when you watch the movie. It's mostly focused on the kids. I feel like Neytiri had like 3 lines or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was hardly in it at all. But it's like we're supposed to feel like she's in. I don't know. The thing is, like, I guess they just thought that because we kind of cared about Jake and Neytiri, like in the first movie, that we would care about them and their family, like full, like to the hilt, you know, like to the balls, like balls deep. like
no, it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that. Like I'm
sorry.
I hardly cared about them in the first movie, and it was all about them. You know, I guess I shouldn't say hardly. I cared about seeing what happened with them, and it was a lot more engaging in the first movie. Like what was going on with the characters. But so check this out. Like the plan of Quaritch, right? He's like, yeah, we're gonna fucking kill one of those whales and make it float.
Yeah.
So they know or whatever. But it's like they already knew. Like they already knew that the whales were being killed by the humans.
We gotta draw them out.
So like, why was that time like any different? Like, because the whales were coming back and being like, yeah, they're killing us. Because they can literally talk to them. Like, so it's like, why was it like a big deal then?
There's a lot of like drawing out going on in the movie. Like characters have to like, they can't just ever like attack. They have to like lure for some reason, like for then, like the plot to happen.
Yeah. They gotta like draw them out. Yeah, because it's like they know where all these villages are. The village isn't hidden. Why not just roll the village? Like, you know, like you were doing all the other ones.
That's why I think like some sense of like the political spectrum and like what's going on with Earth and stuff should have been incorporated in the film, because it's like this corporation's like you know, that's employing Quaritch. They're obviously like evil and willing to commit like genocide and stuff.
Right.
So why not just do that? I don't know like why there's all this like kind of like dancing around like their goals. Like if they're willing to commit these horrible atrocities like we've seen in the 15 years ago in the first movie, why haven't they just been doing that continually since? I don't understand. I do understand. It's because like then the plot would just be over, because like the Na'vi can't put up a fight. Like there's nothing they can do to like actually have any kind of real battle. So there has to be like plot contrivances to make it to where they have a chance. And now we're gonna drag it out into 5 more movies. It's like,
and the thing is though, as it stands right now, I don't see where they have a chance. Like I think he went too far with it. Because like that whole complex.
Well, the thing he's gonna be really pissed next movie because his son died. So he's gonna be like, he's gonna have the war paint on from frame 1.
He's gonna have like
be hardened
like 2 times the amount of dreads too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, double the dreads. I double the pectoral muscles.
I think that he's also looked ridiculous with the dreads. I thought his hair also looked ridiculous. They were like, yeah, how can we make his hair like just more or something?
It's just so funny to me that like in this age of like kind of like, you know, people are really sensitive about like appropriating culture and stuff. It's like this is like the ultimate like cultural like appropriation. Like he's literally like stealing their DNA and like creating a body for himself, and then like now he's like adopting their culture, and now he acts like he's just been a Na'vi this whole time. It's like, bro, you're like a white dude from Earth.
Right? Literally.
Your people are like the reason like why all this is happening. Like I would just feel like really weird and like conflicted. Like
I mean, it's cool.
They didn't explore that shit at all. Like he just
no.
It's like as if he was just always there, like always a Na'vi. Like it doesn't feel like he has any kind of like thought or character. No, he's just like dad protecting his children. Like, okay, like that's cool, but that's not really enough for your one of your main characters.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough. Not by half. And it's like, why?
He is pretty though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just like I don't know. You know, it's like he did help them get rid of the humans in the first place, but then it's like, oh, they're back, and like it just seemed like it was just so confusing, because it's like, why are they confused about what's going to happen when the humans come back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're going to get rolled.
It's like you're going to get rolled. So like you need to do something that's like way bigger, right? Like you need to get the entire planet in on it or something. You know? You're gonna
need to develop like industry, and like they're gonna need to have their own like industrial revolution, or
get like AWA like on the horn stat. You know, I mean,
like AWA, we need a big up. Like we need some help.
Yeah, like come on,
like
please.
Like she produces like AWA produces like some sort of like new spore, and like when the Na'vi eat it, they grow fucking 50 feet tall.
Oh shit! Shit!
They're
now you're thinking. Now we're talking.
Their skin turns to fucking iron, or like.
Now we're fucking talking.
Some sort of very hard. Iron's actually pretty like weak metal.
Now we're talking.
What does their skin turn into? Like obsidian or something? Like
or like adamantium.
Yeah. Like just take a page out of the old Marvel handbook.
The old X-Men files.
Yeah, give them superpowers. Like now they can
fly.
They can fly now. Something.
Dude, man, like let's back up a little bit.
They need help.
They do, man.
They don't even have one nuke.
They need help, and the help that they need is not some like goofy ass fish that like sticks out of the water and like goes like.
There's so many shots. Like if you just scrub around through the movie, there's just so many shots of fish swimming around.
Dude,
every time I cut to a new scene, there's like just like a fish swimming.
Those ones that they ride on for battle or whatever. Like what? Like that was the goofiest, most fucking stupid, ridiculous, like shit. It's like they're like up in the air, like like fucking come, like shoot us, like like what the fuck?
I know, yeah. The movie just kind of seems like not very focused on like what it wants to do because it's very earnest, but then also very silly at the same time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It kind of clashes like the tone.
Very, very much so. Very much so.
And yeah, I wish it was like
and
I don't know, maybe it would be better if it was like darker or something. It's kind of got this like Disney kind of cartoony vibe to it.
Like it's weird, but weirdly because they're doing like horrible shit. They're showing you like horrible shit.
Yeah, like sad shit, but like yeah, none of the violence is like really that jarring or kind of shocking or visceral.
I mean,
it's kind of like you said, like when you get shot.
The whale stuff was, I would say, that was shocking.
Yeah, I guess
to me,
like,
just with the baby.
It's no Safe House with Ryan Reynolds. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. yeah. I'm on the same page with that.
There's no scene where like General Quaritch like straps Jake to a chair without a bottom and starts like whipping his balls.
Yeah, that's right. With a knotted rope.
With a knotted rope.
A knotted length of
There's no like violent interrogation scene.
Yeah, I would have liked that scene. I would have liked that scene.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
dude.
Something.
Check it out. Okay, Quaritch is waterboarding Jake Sully, right, after capturing him from the water village. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, why wouldn't you break? And Jake Sully's like, that wouldn't be the way of the water. That's the name of the movie. They said it.
That's a good idea. I should do a scene like that in Lego. Maybe James will see it.
Yeah,
it'll inspire him.
That'd be funny. It's like, oh, today we're really gonna learn about the way of the water. It's like Quaritch like training people on waterboarding or something.
I love Jim though, because like even though his shit's goofy as all hell, like he's so committed to it. I mean, he really like
you have to respect
puts
that.
It all out there. You gotta respect it. Yeah.
He's making shit. He's out there making shit.
Right. Yeah. So even though it's goofy and we're kind of clowning on it, I would say it's far more interesting than kind of your generic Hollywood drivel.
It's definitely interesting to talk about and think about, but I kind of feel like for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is good.
It's frustrating because it feels like it's potentially on the verge of greatness, but it doesn't quite get there because there's not a whole lot of
it's like
thought put behind like the characters.
Here's all these resources. Here's all this like amazing filmmaking talent. Like here's what you can do, whatever you want, right? And then it's like, oh, this was what you wanted to do. Like if you could do anything. Just to, within within the reason of like PG-13, like
I guess they had to keep it PG-13. Probably.
But the thing is, it's like if you're gonna fucking show this like whale like murder, like literal murder, and
did they show it or I guess they did.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't like
the whole thing. They showed it.
They showed him like tracking it down and like shooting at it. But was the actual like murder like off screen? I can't remember. This is why I need to rewatch the movie.
I think the murder was on screen. Like they killed it and then they brought it into the ship and then they drilled the thing up into its
that
mouth
was sad.
And sucked the stuff out.
Yeah, last time it was unobtainium. Now it's whale jizz.
Right,
That's
right.
the expensive thing.
Give me that.
One vial of whale jizz goes for $300 billion on Earth.
Right. Stops aging. Just stops it.
It actually reverses time.
What is the next MacGuffin? Yeah, right. Because first it was unobtainium, right? Which is just money, right? Now it's literally eternal youth.
It's just money,
right?
Yeah. The first thing was just like this little rock here. This is worth a billion on Earth because we said so.
Right.
It doesn't do anything. It's like gold. Actually, gold does some stuff.
No, yeah, gold. Gold is like useful. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like,
what's that shit, dude? It's like,
I don't
see
even know.
this is fucking cash, all right? And that's what we're here for. And then it's like, and then the next movie comes, and it's like, wait, it's like, are they here for the same stuff? And it's like halfway through the movie, it's like, wait a minute, they're here for the eternal youth.
There's a lot of good shit on this planet. No wonder we're here.
They're here for eternal youth, and they're killing the whales to do it. And it's like, oh, okay. And then it's just like, what's the next MacGuffin gonna be? Like this stops time. This reverses the flow of time. You know, when we jack off these Pandoran monkeys, just right, you get 3 seconds of time back.
Ooh, that's a lot of jerking off to do.
Yeah, right. So,
you're gonna need like a whole camp of people jerking these monkeys off.
And then it's like the movie ends, and it's like nothing happened.
Did it end, or did it just slowly fade out as the action was going?
Fade out, right? No, literally. It's like here. Let me rephrase.
Oh yeah, the credit sequence is just fish swimming around the entire credits.
The movie
it's literally bait.
The movie exceeds its runtime, right? Like the the movie, reaches the point of not being of any more movie here, and you can't put it in a theater, right? Like that's really what happened.
Yeah,
like,
there's
really
some sort of limit. Yeah,
it didn't really end. It's just like how there'll be like the universe eventually will like the heat death of the universe. Like say like the movie reached its critical like stage of like it cannot grow anymore within the bounds of reality. Like so then it just like ends, and it's like, what even changed? Like this boat that we didn't even know about until halfway through the movie is what? It's fucked. All right. Well, is there another one?
Oh yeah, there's lots more.
Like we didn't know about this one until now. So like, where's the are there more? Like what? Quaritch,
there's 100 incoming.
Right.
That's the next
whales.
movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Those whales really need to hit. And it's like these whales are. Here's the thing. These whales are super smart. Somebody in the comments was like, Mason says here this is the thing so many times. And I say it a lot. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. Well, I want less vocal, like waste. I want to just
true.
Say
the guy had an incredibly good point, but
prefacing.
I don't like when people criticize my friends.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go.
Well deserved though. Well deserved. So
yeah.
If these whales are so smart, like why are they not just like going somewhere like where the fucking ships like can't get to them, like the bottom of the fucking sea, and just like
you're so right. Like don't they have the whole ocean?
It's like whaling works because like whales are like not smart.
Whales are mammals, right?
Yeah.
They need oxygen. They need to come up, I guess.
They have to come up eventually, but it's like if these whales are so smart, like why wouldn't they be like, okay, like hey, a couple of you guys, go watch the fucking boat that's killing us, like I don't know, you like something, anything.
Don't just swim around on the surface with your young, getting ready to get fucking speared.
Ooh, like how fun, like.
Yeah, it was just emotional bait, dude. I felt manipulated. I felt used. I hadn't felt that disappointed and brutalized since the movie Cats.
Wait, you watched that? You didn't actually watch that. You didn't actually.
Cats? Yeah. Of course. I've seen it multiple times.
You have not seen it multiple times. Multiple times you watched that?
I've watched it once all the way through, and then I've thrown it on every now and then.
How do you deal with the night terrors?
I wouldn't say I'm dealing with them. I just take it day by day,
Right. That's fair.
There's a great video on the channel Sideways. The guy does like music theory evaluation essay videos, and he made an hour-long video about why the music in Cats is terrible, and I'd recommend it.
Yeah,
it's a good companion piece for the film, so you can watch the movie and then you can watch that. You got nice 3 hours knocked out of your day.
I don't know. I've thought about watching Cats, but then I'm like, man, will I be able to sleep for the next week?
Never have I been so disgusted with a film experience. And I've seen Nymphomaniac.
Never have I been so disgusted with the human body.
Right. Yeah. I mean, geez, you know, we make a lot of jokes around here, right? We make a lot of kind of
it's an irreverent type of commentary of on things that we're doing here.
Right. But one thing I'll say in all seriousness, completely earnestly, is that Cats needs a sequel. Absolutely. We need to get Andrew Lloyd Webber while he's still around.
I didn't
he needs to be forced to create a sequel.
I thought that I had
a proper
fucking
conclusion.
I thought that I was bricked up before you said that, but my fucking boner has reached another dimension of another like it's like fucking bricked up squared now.
It's like nothing like Cats has ever been made, and I don't think it will ever be again, unfortunately.
Well,
it's such a big swing, and wow, it was so fucking bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
I think really it needs 2 sequels, right? Because it's usually 3 strikes and you're out.
It's think like it should be illegal. Like what they're doing, like the interpretive dancing and shit, like the sexy like cats in that movie, like they're all like rubbing on each other and they're all like dancing around, and like there's like a butthole cut out there apparently that had to be like shelved. Like they had to like they had to cover up all the buttholes in the movie before they released it because people were like getting concerned and just too disturbed.
Yeah, because nobody really likes to see like their cat or dog's asshole.
Yeah, it's like we don't need that.
And then like it's like, oh, here's a movie about people that are cats and dogs, and now I'm looking at their assholes.
It's like if a bunch of like coke addled Hollywood producers from the 80s were like brought to our modern day and given access to like like computer technology.
Yeah.
And like it just seems like a movie like The Wiz or some bizarre
it's a film out of time,
like Dune, like the original Dune, like
right.
So bad, but it was made in modern day. I don't know how they pulled it off.
I mean, there's a lot of people. It's a lot of
Sorry,
people.
I wanted to bring it up because what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say there was a lot of people that made it happen.
Yeah, a lot of people. Thankfully, I think they were paid to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a complete waste of time. But I kind of had cats in the brain because watching all these cat people in Avatar just makes me.
You think
reminisce.
You think that the the film production unions have like special provisions for people that were like on that production, because like obviously to have worked on that for any amount of time, you must have gone like insane in your head or at least come out with PTSD or something.
No, see, they only hire people who straight out of a mental institution already, because they were the only people prepared to work on a production of that caliber.
See, what people don't realize about America's mental health care system is that sure, the asylums may have been closed down, but we've still got something in our back pocket. Hollywood.
Yeah, they didn't want to subject like normal healthy people to work on the film in that way.
No, you wouldn't want to.
I want to go see that Evil Dead Rise. That looks good.
Oh, does it? I've never been got on with like Evil Dead stuff. I don't know.
I've never seen the sequel.
I've
seen the first movie. I apparently people really like the Evil Dead 2 Army of Darkness or whatever.
I think I've seen the first one. The first one's just like a really campy zombie movie, right?
It's like a low budget indie horror film. Yeah, with like demons and it's kind of zombies. Yeah, and then like the remake. Well, I actually really enjoyed the remake. Came out, I guess, a while ago now.
But there's like a guy with like a chainsaw hand, and like there's like interdimensional like travel and shit.
You think that's the sequel? That's Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, right. I guess that like I'm pretty sure I've seen the first movie, but like Yeah, I guess like that. All that stuff is like what I don't like get.
Yeah, yeah. I just like I like a good like graphic horror movie. Like I want to see some blood. I want to see some gore.
I like a good graphic horror movie that doesn't like take itself too seriously.
Yeah, right.
Which is
like,
the vibe I get from the Evil Dead stuff. I just like I don't know. Yeah, like I see it like all around, and I'm like, how does all this like stuff I'm seeing like that this includes like fit together into any kind of cohesive?
I know. If only there was some sort of place we could go to like look up information about movies and.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's that. It's beyond my kith and kin.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one before.
All right, well, our time has expired once again, folks.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, that's all you get.
We've reached the end.
We got shit to do.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the flippity dip.
Okay. Yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment. It always helps.
Yeah. If you don't like subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Click the notification. What is it?
Dingle that bell.
The notification chicken.
Leave us a like.
The notification.
And share this podcast with your friends.
Let us know. Let us know. Like what else is wrong with me? Like I want to know. Like I appreciate I appreciate the candid feedback.
I get a lot of comments saying I say the word like too much. Like, what are you talking about?
If they don't like it, they can they can
like just go kill yourself.
No. Don't do that.
Like buy a bear trap and put your face in it.
Yeah. Buy a bear trap and put your fucking foot in it. Okay? That's what I think about your opinion.
But in all seriousness, I'm going to get real for a second. I want you guys to comment your favorite Star Wars character and why they deserve their own spin-off series on Disney+.
No.
We'll gather all the answers and we'll send the information to Kathleen.
I need to know that too.
She's putting out a survey. She wants to know.
She needs to ingest material, right, to create the excretion.
Yeah. 69, dude. Going on 70.
It's like fast forward fucking 20 years. You're on slated to direct a Star Wars film, and someone's like, "Well, did you say this about Kathleen Kennedy?" They call you into a boardroom. Did you say this about Kathleen Kennedy on a podcast in 2023?
I did, and I don't regret it in the least. I didn't go far enough at the time.
Thank God. We were hoping that you wouldn't backslide on it, because she it's like Star Wars has been like revitalized after her like fucking of it, and like she's like
wow,
she's a at this point in time in the future, she's a bad word around there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm really gonna fucking Kathleen you today.
She's like the new Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Oh shit.
She got Katzenberged.
Dude, like if you tell somebody that you're gonna Kathleen them, like you'll get written up by HR for sexual harassment. Okay. I'm gonna
give you the steamy Kathleen.
Oh shit! Another Kathleen steamer coming right up.